was in March of 1977, and I was flying a DC-10. This is what it looks like on a flight from San Francisco to nonstop to Boston, and it was United Flight 94, and we were about halfway between Buffalo and Albany at 37,000 feet. Dark night, when all of a sudden the airplane started. It was on autopilot. The airplane started at about a 15-degree bank, turned to the left, and of course I looked out the window to automatically. That's what you do when the airplane starts to turn, and I saw this brilliant light off. It's hard to tell exactly how far out it is, but it was very, 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 very bright. And the first officer saw it. The second officer got out of his seat, took a look, and that's when the air traffic control in Boston wanted to know what was happening. So we told them when we figured it out, well, we'd give them a call. And about that time, the first officer hit the autopilot release button and went back to manual control. And as I was looking out the window, why this thing that we had vision, this thing that we saw, disappeared back towards the left of the airplane and to our rear at a very rapid rate. The whole event took place probably less than 3 minutes or so. The compass. All three compasses were giving different readings, which is very unusual. So what we gathered was it was an enormous magnetic force in whatever that ball was that we saw out there, that white light. It was round, very, very bright light. It's hard to describe the intensity of it because it was, I've said before that the intensity of a flash bulb, the old-fashioned flash bulbs, but it didn't light up the inside of the airplane. It was just a white, bright light, round. There was no danger involved that we could see. It took off and went back and disappeared out of sight. It didn't try to make any attack on us or anything like that. Well, one thing that the co-pilot said, he looked out the window across the cockpit at it, and he says, I can hardly wait till I get home and tell my sons about this. He says, my mother had a sighting when she was a young lady over in Europe, but no one would believe her about the sighting. The companies don't give you the message, but what they did to the first ones that did have sightings takes the case along. Don't talk about it. They have told me of their incidents and their sightings and then when it happened. And one especially was a sighting back on the East Coast, and he saw this thing for a long time, something like about 18 minutes it was in view. And when he reported it to his boss, it was a different airline, not United Airlines. They investigated it, and the government said, well, that's swamp gas. At 18,000 feet doing 250 knots, swamp gas. No one wanted to really admit that there might possibly be something there. People don't want to admit the possibility that there are other entities out there that might come down to be seen here. They don't want to admit it at all. The military seems to be the one that doesn't want to admit anything. And of course, our government.
C'est qu'un nouvel objet apparaît derrière les nuages, un objet qui n'est pas identifié. Voici à nouveau l'avion américain à la même altitude que le MiG, et voici l'objet qui surgit derrière le F-16, qui descend et entre dans la couche de nuages.
Dad, move your hand.
What the hell is that thing?
Can you move?
Hold on a second.
Dad, move.
What is that?
I can't see. Move. Jesus Christ.
Iván, va, uno, y ahí van los atrás, siguientes.
¿Qué es eso, Dios mío?
¿Se anda correteando?
¿Qué es eso? A ver, trata de enfocar.
Máximo.
Ok, no dejes que los dejes atrás. Ok.
Van aproximadamente como 10, como 4. Ahí van.
3, 4, 5, 6. Son 6.